Quick, hit the like button in the next 5 seconds and support this video if you're excited for the 14 Days of Summer Fortnite event. Hey guys, it's postboxpat. Welcome back to a brand new Fortnite Battle Royale video, and today we're going to be going over all of the brand new map changes added in today's update. Now surprisingly, we didn't have to actually download anything today, but we achieved or received a bunch of map changes, which I was really surprised about. I did not expect Fortnite to add in this many map changes to a smaller update, but it's really cool information and very exciting for all us Fortnite fans out here because we've got some really interesting stuff which I want to go over and show you guys. So before we get too far into this video, just a quick shout out to everybody on screen who's been using code postboxpat. We roughly have about 2,000 supporters with code postboxpat, so if you guys want to go and boost that up, please do and support me. It really does show love and respect to the channel. Thank you for everybody using code postboxpat. Also, roughly 70% of you guys watching this video right now aren't already subscribed to the channel, so hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to keep up to date with all of the latest Fortnite content, and it'd be absolutely awesome if you guys could go and subscribe and help me hit 400,000 subscribers as soon as possible. So thank you everyone who's been helping me out doing that. Let's get straight into this video and show off all of the map changes in today's video. So there are a bunch of different map changes going on all over the map, and to start with, we're going to start with everybody's favorite love story, the stone people. So the stone people, the female and the male, seem to be just chilling and they're not doing much at all. The male one has decided to lie down, have a little sunbathe. He's really having a good time over here. Obviously it's the summer theme, so it does make perfect sense. He better have put his sun cream on though, but he looks like he's having a fun time down there. Then the female one is like, what are you doing? Come on, get up. I don't want to do all this here. I need your help to continue with the farming. Help us out. And she looks like she may be a bit cross. Who knows exactly what's going on there. But yes, a funny story going on right here. So you're probably wondering, where on earth is the dog and kids? So I spent a while looking for them and I couldn't actually find them, but I happened to come across them after about 10 minutes looking around, and the kid is actually looking up at this rock here, pointing at once again another flower that they're growing in their little kind of garden area over there. He's pointing at that there and he's like, Mom, look what I found here, or Dad, help me get this down. That's what he looks like he's doing anyway. But if you actually go around here, look what I found here, the dog. So the dog is getting closer and closer to the kid. The kid doesn't seem to have found the dog just yet. And the dog actually looks like he's kind of itching his head, but it's actually his ear. That's what it kind of looks like, but it's actually his ear. So just consider that. I had a few people actually say that to me, but it is his ear. So it's pretty funny. And yes, the dog is kind of looking towards the stone people over there. It looks like maybe he would have found them or noticed them, but he hasn't actually noticed the kid yet. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen in the next few days or so. Is he going to like connect with the family or is he not? We'll have to just wait and see what is going to happen right there. Okay, so moving on to the next map change, another great map change which has been added into this update, and that is this area over here at the actual volcano, which is the location pressure plant. I actually forgot the name for it because I just don't land here, but yes, this is a brand new updated location which has been extremely upgraded and almost put on lockdown. It really does remind me of the game Evolve. And speaking of the game Evolve, the idea was to trap a monster in a location, and this looks like that sort of location where you trap a monster, and apparently there is something underneath these gates. Now what is underneath these gates I don't 100% know, but my prediction is potentially they have attempted to trap the monster or even trap the monster in these gates, or it could be some sort of rocket launch or missile launch to eliminate the monster. We'll have to just wait and see what is going to happen right there. And again, my prediction from the start of the season doesn't seem to have happened. I was predicting that these vans would move. They seem to just be very stationary and they just don't seem to do anything at all other than just chill right here, which is a big surprise because the whole pressure plant now has been upgraded. But yes, we've got some stuff ready to go. Interesting stuff to see this actually happen. So it looks like they're kind of either they're creating some sort of power source because they're having issues over by obviously Tilted with the actual wire being cut last week, but now they've kind of built something either to trap the monster, to create a missile, or to create extra power. Let me know in the comment section down below what you potentially think this is. Very excited to see what's going to happen here at Pressure Plant. We've got some interesting stuff going on. Or are they just simply blocking up the hole to stop the volcano from erupting once again? I know the volcano seems to be inactive because it's definitely a lot lower, but lava is still spurting out as you can see here. So potentially the lava itself inside the volcano has being kind of trapped in with this metal door here to stop the lava from leaking out. So we'll have to see what the case is going to be. Now jumping over to creative mode, I actually used my storm wing to fly over here, and we can now see that we have the actual, whoa, here come my friends. You can actually see the area itself is actually open up, which is really surprising. I did not expect this at all, and you can see we have a few different things. We have 1 turbine, 2 turbine, 3 turbines, and also a 4th turbine, which is probably on this wall here, and it goes all the way down to B1, B2, B3, and I guess that could be a B0 or maybe A3, who knows exactly. But yes, definitely looks like there's some sort of base down here. Pretty cool stuff. I'm excited to see what Epic are going to do with this. You can see it's opened up right here. So yeah, just a little thing for you guys. You can see it opened up. Nice little exciting stuff going on. But yeah, feel free to check it out for yourselves. You got some free time. It really does look pretty cool. Okay, so next up is over at Lucky Landing. This is a really interesting one. That is a giant duck. I guess this is part of the 14 Days of Summer event, which is currently taking place in Fortnite Battle Royale. This is a pretty cool one. Again, located by Lucky Landing, and there's probably a few of these going to be popping up all over the map. But yes, we have a giant duck which has so much health. It's actually got a total of 1 million, so this could take a while to destroy, maybe something to do with one of the challenges. But yeah, this giant duck has appeared, so it's pretty cool, and it's definitely worth checking out, guys. So yeah, just by Lucky Landing. Pretty cool, massive duck, interesting stuff. Give it a little dance and we'll move on. So as you can see on screen right now, in creative, you can now play as the cube in prop 1 or even spawn in parts of the cube from its library, which is absolutely awesome. There are so many awesome new prefabs added in which are based around the cube, so feel free to go and try these out. There's some really cool stuff, and in the gallery section you can actually spawn in a bunch of cube related stuff, and could potentially indicate that we will never ever see the cube again in the Battle Royale side of stuff, because they've now added it to creative. But we'll have to wait and see if that's going to be the case or not. But to me, it kind of does give an indication that the cube will probably not return to Battle Royale for a while now, because they've completely removed it kind of from the game or put it in creative. Usually when they put this stuff in creative, it's probably not going to get introduced into the game straight away. Now, speaking of blocks, interestingly enough, it looks like they've reverted the block again back to a previous block. This is a block which I reviewed a while ago. It didn't get the best score, but it was an okay block, and it looks like they've reintroduced the same block again. I don't know why they keep doing this. They keep bringing back old blocks. I'm not 100% sure if people are still building blocks, or are none of the blocks that people are building good enough to get a placement here. I know my block was 100% over the limit now. I recently looked about resubmitting my block to get into this location, and I actually can't get it in because my size of the map is too big. I could easily destroy one of the buildings in one of the corners, which I might go and do. But interestingly enough, seeing them introduce a old block back into Battle Royale is very different and very weird. I did not expect this to happen, but yes, this block from me would roughly get about a 6 out of 10. It wasn't my favorite block. I really like the way they did the water and the way it was kind of like a lake that you can walk across. I think that was my favorite feature of this block last time I reviewed it. And for those wondering where the gold chest is, or the legendary chest, it's inside the main building, just here on top of the throne. I really did like the idea of it. I just feel like it was quite empty and quite spaced out, but I feel like this area, that's the whole idea of it, having that spaced out area. And it is actually quite a nice block when you think about it. When you start to look into it a little bit further, probably get a 6.5 out of 10, maybe just creeping up to a 7. It's actually quite a nice block because it's spaced out rather than all being so crowded. But I just feel like it's lacking the ability of some of the other blocks, but that doesn't really matter. Like, sometimes with these blocks, they're all different designs, and this was the one with the hotels. Wow, this actually was one of my favorite ones. I forgot about that. It had all the hotel rooms. I completely forgot about that. So yeah, this definitely gets about a 7 out of 10 or a 6.5 out of 10. It's a really cool one. So yeah, some of the rooms are really cool. Having the addition of all these is pretty awesome. So yeah, go and check out the block for yourself. I don't really want to talk about the block too much because I've already toured it in the past, but yes, it is a awesome block, and Twitch TV Dabbing has created it, so go and check it out. It's a cool block, and the hotel rooms are definitely worth a check. But the final map change, which I actually missed, or 2 map changes which I missed in my last map change video. Don't ask how I missed these. They are actually quite ones that, to be honest, not many people would have noticed. But yes, there is one in the villain base, which is actually a interesting map change. It's obviously to do with the challenges. Let's see if I can find it. Whereabouts was it? It was the disco ball here. You can see it in the villain base here, and for some reason a fort bite is spawning in right here. I don't know if you can see all the fort bites in replay, but interestingly enough, we can see a fort bite right there, which is a surprise. But yes, here we got the disco ball, which you obviously have to rise up by having a dance off or something like that. Checking over by the tomato base over here, we've actually had no changes to this area really, other than when it was first introduced, which is a surprise. I thought this building would have been under construction a lot faster, so I'm pretty surprised to not see this actually be constructed any further than it already is, but it could end up being something which lasts over a few seasons, so I'm excited to see what is going to take place right here. Now the final map change I've got for you guys, but we will go and check somewhere else on the map, is this weird sign on the mountain here. It's kind of like a play sign, also reminds me a little bit of the Mixer kind of logo. I'm not 100% sure what this is or what it's even doing, but you know, we'll have to see what it's actually going to do in the Fortnite storyline. It's pretty cool. Maybe it's like a surrender flag, or maybe it's just a complete render issue, but yes, definitely worth checking out, or maybe it's something to do with the summer challenges, who knows. But yes, this has actually been introduced since last update. I did miss it in my previous map change video, but there you are guys, you can see it now if you didn't see it already by landing over by Snobby Shores. Now we'll just quickly jump on over to Fatal Fields just to see if we've had any new additions over there. Tilted Tower still hasn't really had much construction going on. I thought we would have seen more construction throughout the season, which could indicate by next season Neo Tilted could be completely removed. One thing I do notice about Neo Tilted is it's not a very popular spot to land. Hardly anyone even lands there now, so definitely worth landing if you guys have got some time, because people just don't land there as much as they used to with Tilted Towers. And then this building is still in its same state as it was. It's getting some stairs on the side, potentially could become a massive clock tower that people were suggesting, or a big building, which would be really cool. It's got the space around it to do a pretty tall tower, so I'd like to see something like that over at Fatal Fields to give it more of an attraction to land at, a little bit like we have the Lonely Lodge tower over there, which is nowhere near as tall as the volcano, but you know, it'd be cool to see something like that at Fatal, because there isn't much height at the map over here. It's very flat, so good addition there. Would be really cool, especially when these kind of sky bases do disappear. I feel like we will need something like that, and Fatal Fields could have it. So yeah, that'd be pretty cool. But that's it for today's map change video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you're new around here, stick around for daily Fortnite content, and if you want to keep up to date with all of the latest map changes, storyline, and you can go and do that just by simply hitting that subscribe, hitting that notification, and keeping up to date with everything. Don't forget to hit a like on this video. It'd be absolutely awesome if we could get to about 10k likes. Thank you very much everyone who's been watching today's video, and once again, this is postboxpat signing out.